pitching a plan to help the homeless, the system that could connect them to key services in San Diego.
I haven't made any excuses in the 9 years that I've been here, and I'm not trying to make an excuse now. They were there because of me, you know.
Almost a free man. The camera's back on O.J. Simpson today for his parole hearing. He looks back on the armed robbery case and investigation.
There's costumes and characters and huge crowds. Comic-Con 2017 has finally started, and we're right in the thick of it. KPBS Evening Edition starts right now.
Good evening. I'm Amitha Sharma inside the KPBS News studio.
And I'm Ebony Monet, live downtown at Comic-Con 2017. Amitha, most of the official activity is taking place inside the convention center behind me, but you can feel the hoopla out here in downtown. You can be felt throughout. Since we've been out here, we've seen tons of cosplayers, people dressed up as their favorite superheroes or even villains or comic book characters. Coming up a bit later in the show, we'll give you a peek inside. Plus, we'll show you how local educators are getting in on all the fun. Amitha?
Ebony, thank you. Some business leaders in San Diego announced a proposal today to shelter hundreds of homeless people in temporary tent structures. KPBS reporter Susan Murphy reports from downtown San Diego.
The number of homeless people sleeping in tents and under tarps here in the East Village has increased more than 50% in the last 2 years. And while permanent housing seems to be the agreed upon solution to ending homelessness, that could take years to build. Two San Diego businessmen say this crisis demands action now.
It's time to act. There's been plenty of analysis done. I think we can all acknowledge that there's nothing that's perfect.
Padres managing partner Peter Seidler and his friend, a business owner, Dan Shea, are proposing a plan to get hundreds to thousands of people off the streets and into temporary tent-like structures while they wait for permanent housing. Each tent would provide beds for approximately 250 people, along with health services and case management. The location of the structures would be up to city and county leaders.
I think the steps that we're advocating for are best in class and will start to make a big difference in our city and for the homeless population.
Dan Shea says he can no longer watch from the sidelines as homelessness soars and political leaders drag their feet.
Lots of human suffering, lots of people with nowhere to go and little hope, little dignity. We can do better than that.
The two say their desire to help homeless people is not about the Padres' game day or dining experience. It's about compassion.
And these are individuals, they're people that need help from our city.
Seidler and Shea say they've nailed down funding from business and private donations for the first two structures, and they say they have backing from city and county politicians.
I think the reason we wanted to speak publicly today is let's act.
Susan Murphy, KPBS News.
There are new developments tonight in a case of alleged gender discrimination at the Salk Institute. A third woman professor has sued the La Jolla Science Center. The San Diego UT reports Beverly Emerson joins Catherine Jones and Vicki Lundblad in calling Salk a so-called old boys club. Salk officials responded to the suits filed by Jones and Lundblad, saying their claims were unfounded and they were performing behind their peers. The American military is funding scientists in California who want to genetically modify mosquitoes in order to fight disease. One of the San Diego scientists involved in the effort is UC San Diego biologist Ethan Beer. He and his colleagues have already shown that it's possible to genetically modify mosquitoes so they can't spread malaria. And they've shown that those changes can be spread to new generations of insects in a chain reaction using an approach called gene drive.
As much as 99% of the offspring inherit it. And then very quickly, within one season, potentially, all of the mosquitoes in a given area could be immunized against the parasite.
Now, Beer and other researchers throughout the UC system have received close to $15 million from DARPA, a research arm of the U.S. military. The goal is to explore how gene drives might be used to fight diseases that could hit California diseases like Zika, dengue, and yellow fever. Football legend and one-time accused murderer O.J. Simpson is headed for freedom. A Nevada parole board unanimously voted to cut short Simpson's 33-year sentence for armed robbery and kidnapping over sports memorabilia. Simpson was acquitted for the 1994 murders of his ex-wife and friend. The decision to grant him parole in the armed robbery case followed an assertion by Simpson that he is not violent.
I'm no danger to pull a gun on anybody. I never have in my life. I've never been accused of it in my life. Nobody's ever accused me of pulling any weapon on them.
Simpson said he regretted going to the Las Vegas hotel room in 2007 to recover his sports memorabilia, but he was defiant too.
The state of California took up the issue of whose property it was. They did an investigation. And they came to the conclusion that it was my property. They turned it over to me. I have it now, So, I mean, it's kind of mind-boggling that they turned over to me property that I'm in jail for trying to retrieve. It was my property. I wasn't there to steal from anybody.
Simpson is expected to be released from prison in October. San Diego firefighters have joined the front lines of a fire that has been burning in the foothills of Yosemite National Park for the last 5 days. Crews from the Lakeside Fire Protection District, San Diego Fire Rescue, and the Chula Vista, National City, and Santee Fire Departments are among those working to extinguish the so-called Detweiler fire. It's all part of the California Mutual Aid System. The fire has burned more than 70,000 acres so far. Authorities are worried that last week's fast-moving Jennings fire in Flint Springs could be a sign of things to come. Fire officials say years of drought have left behind dead trees and brush. This year's rain spurred grass growth, which has since dried. Combine these factors with hot temperatures and westerly winds, and officials say conditions become ripe for a fire. But they say residents can help lessen the effect of those conditions.
Do your clearance around your home is the greatest thing you can do. Be ready for a wildfire. Think about when a fire comes, what possessions are you going to grab, where are you going to go to, and most importantly, when public safety officials say to leave, leave.
CAL FIRE is stepping up its use of technology, including drones, satellite imagery, and camera networks to fight fires. San Joaquin Valley is one of the most productive farming regions in the nation. It's also home to some of the nation's dirtiest skies. As Associated Press reporter Haven Daly explains, the area is expected to meet federal environmental regulations or face massive fines.
Natalie Sua's children love jumping on the trampoline in their backyard. But with 2 of her 6 children suffering from asthma, they can't always play outside in their Fresno neighborhood.
Did you take it? Yes. We live by the train, so there's dust that's always getting kicked up from the train going by, and then all the smog, and then we have bad air quality days. So on red days, they can't come outside and play because their asthma will be even more active.
Central California's San Joaquin Valley, home to one of the nation's largest farming industries, also has one of the nation's highest rates of childhood asthma. State health officials say nearly a quarter of Fresno children have asthma.
When I became a respiratory therapist and we were all noticed in the ER that today was a smog day and to expect people through the ER who were choking and vomiting and had severe headaches.
Local farming is partially to blame for the pollution, as is the valley itself, which acts like a bowl, trapping in the smog. Heavy traffic along the busy corridor between Los Angeles and the Bay Area also contributes to the dirty air. 2 major highways carry countless diesel trucks through the region, while smoke-spewing freight trains also pass through day and night. The region has spent $40 billion in the last quarter century to enforce hundreds of pollution rules, but it still has some of the dirtiest air in the country. Now the San Joaquin Air Pollution Control District faces a summer deadline to meet federal air pollution standards or risk heavy fines and penalties. $2.5 billion annually in highway funds could be at stake.
So these will be devastating to the valley, and all of it is because of pollution from the so-called mobile sources that we have no regulatory authority at the local level to control.
The district is asking the state and federal government to enforce stricter rules on trucks and trains and to provide funding to improve them.
We can help these truckers, for instance, pay them half of the cost of purchasing a new truck and get a new truck that's 90% cleaner.
At the same time, the district also wants rules changed under the landmark Federal Clean Air Act, so it can't be penalized for pollution violations out of its control. Environmentalists and local health professionals say that won't make the air healthier.
We need government to be able to stand there and say, wait a minute, you've gone too far this time. People are dying, you're affecting their health. You can't do that.
According to the California Air Resources Control Board, about 1,200 people die prematurely each year from the valley's polluted air. The Environmental Protection Agency says it will work with the district to help meet the requirements, but it doesn't help families now like the Suas.
I wish I can just get up and, relocate, but it's kind of hard. So you just have to, deal with it. It's kind of I hate to say it, but you do,
She plans to keep her children indoors this summer as much as possible. Haven Daily, Associated Press, Fresno.
I'm here at Steam Crow Monster Scouts with Daniel Davis, and he has something called Monster Scout. So what do you have to do to be a Monster Scout?
Well, Monster Scouts is our weird community of nerds in nature, and we people go camping, and they go to our site and register and do missions and collect badges, and it's a great weird community for adults and kids that love monsters.
So you have to believe in monsters, though, for this, right?
You have to believe, study, and protect our monster friends. Caw!
And where can people find you here at Comic-Con?
We're at 4013 next to Nickelodeon.
There's an unexpected theme being discussed at this year's Comic-Con, which is mental health. KPBS education reporter Megan Burke spoke to two panelists about using comics to fight stress on college campuses.
I'm outside here of Hall H at Comic-Con, and I'm here with Al Day of UC Berkeley and Brent Crandall of Rady Children's Hospital. Now, Al, you guys are both going to be on a panel this week talking about the intersection of pop culture and well-being of college students. Tell me about that.
Well, it's related to a lot of panels we do about higher education, and primarily what we're trying to do is really talk about the struggles that college students have, particularly around mental health, and how we have used and can use and have ideas to use pop culture, comics, movies, TV shows to really engage with students.
Now, Brent, you're a clinical psychologist. What kind of things are our university students running into these days, and is it different from what members of our audience may have run into?
Well, I think things change, but maybe not as much as we realize. I think one of the things that students in a traditional college age are dealing with is their identity and where they belong, who are their friends, where do they feel like they are themselves. And pop culture, nerd culture, geek culture, that really resonates for people when they're trying to identify their arch nemesis, what's out there kind of preventing them from being the person that they want to be and growing to the potential that they see in themselves.
And Al, you work with students who are in distress. What are some of the strategies you're going to highlight during the panels this week?
There's a lot of strategies we use. I think one of the things that we talk about a lot is helping students find community. Oftentimes students are in distress because they're marginalized or isolated, and the things that they love aren't the things that other people love, or their interests just seem to find no one who shares them. So one of the strategies that we use is trying to help these students find community.
So things maybe like game nights, and then you mentioned also that you have a lot of figurines and things like that in your office.
Yeah, so I try to keep in my office, clearly I'm a nerd too, but what I try to do is I have statues of Superman and Batman and several doctors from Doctor Who, and what I try to do when a student comes in is usually I don't start right in with what's distressing them. I just start with a conversation, and often these statues and things are conversation starters, and we might talk about Doctor Who for 15 minutes before we actually get to what's distressing them. And what happens in that 15 minutes is they become more comfortable with me, they feel like they have an affinity with me, and they feel like I may have some understanding. And so this really tends to open up conversation with a lot of my students.
And Brett, a lot of people might say, well, these are kind of serious issues. We're talking about mental health. Is there a place to talk about mental health at Comic-Con?
I think absolutely. Nerds are very thoughtful people in general, if I can generalize that big group like that. And the thing about comics and media, we really put ourselves onto those things. So when I like a superhero, there's some aspect of that superhero that's really more about me than it is about the pages that I'm reading. And so being able to use comics, it's not just an escape, it's really to know myself better and kind of grow myself.
That was Al Day of UC Berkeley and Brent Crandall of Rady Children's Hospital. They'll be presenting on Sunday. What time?
Ours is Sunday at 1, I believe. Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
IDW is a San Diego-based publishing company that started off small with comic books and graphic novels. Now it's one of the largest comic book publishing companies in the U.S. with an impressive presence here inside the convention center. They have a 40 by 40 booth, and KPBS arts reporter Beth Accomando got an up-close look, and right now she's going to take us behind the scenes to show us what it took to pull it all off.
IDW Publishing has become a marker on the Comic-Con floor with its spinning signage high above its booth. The fact that attendees packed the booth on preview night and that multiple signings went off without a hitch was no accident. It's a result of careful planning, says IDW co-founder Ted Adams.
Yeah, we really honestly start planning as soon as the last convention ends.
As soon as San Diego Comic-Con 2016 finished, I was writing down notes and sort of getting stuff in mind of this is what we have to do next year to just make things work a little bit better. There's a lot that goes into it. My day-to-day job has basically been consumed with preparing for this. But my current thinking right now is that I'd like to keep it as the booth as uncluttered as possible, because we know that as soon as it starts, there's 1,000 people in the booth and we're all trying to do 50 different things.
IDW's presence at Comic-Con has evolved considerably since its first booth in 2001.
So back when we got our table, that was still in the days when you could kind of get one at the last minute, and I think I probably had some friends that helped me out with that. But it was literally just a table. We had one book, the Uno Phantom book, and we had a gray metal cash box, and we sat there and sold the book. And honestly, it was a pretty great times. As the company grew and the publishing business grew, we started to reach the point where we had a pop-up booth, and then once we outgrew that, we bought our own booth, and then it's just sort of growing bigger and bigger and bigger. But really, for us, it's a promotional opportunity, but it's also that opportunity for fans to get to meet creators, but also for creators to get to meet fans, because being a comic book creator, whether you're a writer or an artist, can be a fairly isolating experience. You know, you're sitting at a computer or sitting at a drawing table and creating this art, but that really face-to-face interaction where fans can tell creators how their work impacted them and how important it is for them. That's a really experience for both sides of that equation.
As the company expanded, so did its booth.
4-player mode where there's 2 centipedes and 2 gnomes and they're actually working in teams against each other.
We are always looking to upgrade our booth, often figuring out ways to go a little taller. It's a very busy convention center, so you want to make sure that your booth stands out and that people can find you.
That means the design of the booth is important in terms of both visual appeal and function.
When it comes to like the actual booth design and when it comes to building the structure, those conversations started in about November, December of this past year. So a good 7 to 8 months in advance, we're sort of looking at taking those initial ideas and those initial reactions and sort of how can we implement that into the booth.
What are we doing for artist edition?
So actually, see this little thing right here? That is a like speakers podium, which we're going to have one out on display. We'll sort of switch those out with the exclusives throughout the weekend, but it's actually like a place where we can display them.
As Comic-Con gets closer, IDW has to focus on exactly what will be in its booth and how it'll get there.
Our warehouse is off-site from our main offices, but usually about a week beforehand, they'll start palletizing all of the pallets that we'll be shipping into the convention. So the shipment from the warehouse will go on the 18th, which is the Monday before the show.
This year, the number of pallets was limited to 24.
All right, so this is product that we are taking to San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm just palletizing it, making sure I can fit the max amount of stuff on a pallet because of our limit. It is definitely a game of Tetris. Got to keep it tight and make sure it doesn't fall over in the truck.
And then as of 6 a.m. on Tuesday is when we sort of hit the ground running for Comic-Con.
So that attendees can enjoy comics, exclusives, signings with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles co-creator Kevin Eastman, and so much more at IDW booth 2743 at this year's Comic-Con International. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.
Hurry up and wait. There is a lot of that going on out here today. Hundreds of people wait in line for hours for a chance to meet their favorite comic book heroes. KPBS video journalist Chris Arciaga gives us a look at some of these people willing to wait to earn their badge of honor.
Right now we are at Comic-Con San Diego. Super cool. I'm first in line for the panels in Hall H. First time ever camping out waiting in Hall H.
This is our third time.
I think this is like our 5th year.
They're diehard fans who want to make sure that not only do they not miss their panel, but they get like the best seats.
I'm gonna sleep here.
Got 3 sleeping bags for myself and 2 stepchildren.
I actually slept on Hollywood Boulevard for the next Star Wars movie, which was The Empire Strikes Back.
I have my pool floaty, which is deflating, unfortunately.
I don't know that I would do it now because I'm afraid if I laid on concrete or even on grass, I'd probably never get back up.
You gotta have your food. We got pudding snacks. We got salami, Lunchables.
I'm gonna try and rehydrate a meal.
Just a big box of pizza for whenever you're hungry.
They put in their time in Hall H. They put in their time in the lines, but they make the most of it.
You need to make friends with the people around you because you're in it for the long haul.
It's just a lot of fun. You make new friends.
Yeah, our Hall H companions. We're in it. We're all in it together.
People do view it as a badge of honor.
You need to have some reading. That would be a good thing. I have my phone. Okay, got a Tinder message. We can't show that on the screen.
Well, that keeps me busy. Social media always keeps me very busy.
Then I got my laptop in here as well with some movies queued up.
Deodorant is like the most undervalued asset that you could bring.
Comic-Con actually has a lines department, and their whole job is just to deal with lines. So it's ever evolving.
We're only gonna be here for a day, but that day we're gonna make the most of it.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it, 100%.
If it wasn't, I wouldn't keep coming.
First time out of 10 years going into Hall H, so the only thing I haven't experienced while I'm here at Comic-Con. So it's about time.
Well, the day started off cloudy here in San Diego with even a few light scattered showers in the southern part of the county. But right about now, the cosplayers out here likely have makeup dripping down their faces because it is hot. Erin Calandra has tonight's forecast.
Well, take a look at our radar and satellite. It is well more lit up now than it has been recently, mainly because of a system that is still over the Las Vegas area. So here it is. With that, we are seeing a band of thunderstorms, showers move through San Diego County, mainly inland. So don't be surprised if there's a downpour. You might even need the umbrella here for today. Tonight, 69 degrees. That's our overnight low temperature. Increase in clouds as usual. It's going to remain dry, though, here along the coast. So clouds here right along the ocean. Oceanside, 66 degrees tonight. San Diego, 69. Poway, 65 degrees. Inland, it's going to be a lot clearer. You'll see plenty of stars out there. Borrego Springs, 77. And Mount Laguna, 61 degrees. For Friday, we're still going to remain pretty dry here along the coast. Inland, we're still going to see some thunderstorms in places. And then as we take a look at a bigger picture in the southwest deserts, we're seeing evening thunderstorms in New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, causing some flash flooding in places. Not here, though. So taking a look at our temperatures for tomorrow, right here along the coast, Oceanside 80 degrees, San Diego 77, Ramona 91 with blaring sunshine, and in Mount Laguna 80 degrees. Borrego Springs, we are still in the triple digits. Along the coast here, it's going to be gorgeous at the beach this weekend, 79 degrees with lots of sunshine, cloudy in the morning, but then it breaks up. Inland, it's going to be in the upper 80s to low 90s all week with, again, clouds in the morning breaking out for sunshine throughout the afternoon. In the mountains, very comfortable on Sunday and Monday. Temperatures at 77 degrees. Could see a stray shower Monday. And then in the deserts here, we are still in the triple digits. We're at 107 Friday and Saturday. Sunday, we bump it up to 108, but then we drop to 105 on Monday. Tuesday, we're at 104. Our lows are in the upper 70s. On Tuesday, our low is 80 degrees with sunshine every single day. For KPBS News, I'm Erin Calandra.
Downtown has been under transformation all week long, so we sent out our geekiest video journalist, Nick McVicker, to capture all the sights.
Going once, going twice, and sold. Someone spent $2 million to buy a bag with traces of moon dust. This bag went under the hammer today at a New York auction house. This after NASA lost a battle in court over the bag's ownership. The artifact was used by Neil Armstrong when he went to the moon in 1969. The person who purchased it remains unknown. You can find tonight's stories on our website, kpbs.org/evening edition. Thank you for joining us, and have a great evening.